Hey everyone's Phil Chat back in their video, and we have an official launch date for Guild vs. Environment, so we're going to be going over that and some other updates they have planned in the future, as well as what I would suggest to get ready for Guild vs. Environment when it comes out. Let's jump into it. So first things first, if you're a newer player, kind of disregard any of the sort of advice that I would normally give you in this video, because you're going to want to be progressing into Queen 12, Void Tower Hard, all that normal stuff, and then Guild vs. Environment is kind of a secondary game mode for you. But if you did not know, go ahead and check the game updates right here. You can see here that right on May 18th, we are getting Guild vs. Environment. And that means that in approximately 2 weeks, we should be tackling this game mode in all of our guilds. Now, also on top of that, next week we're getting the lock function and hopefully perhaps a few other quality of life features within the gear function. So just a side note in regards to the future updates. But for May 18th, what are we going to be doing in order to get ourselves ready for a Guild vs. Environment? Well, the big thing is make sure you're joining an active guild. Now, many of you are already in this, but you want to make sure you're at least at level 5. Why? I don't know. These are all speculative kind of comments here because I don't actually know what Guild vs. Environment is going to do or what you need, but a safe way to bet is to make sure you're in a max level guild. So perhaps if any content is locked behind a guild level, or if they happen to increase the guild size due to Guild vs. Environment or anything like that, make sure you have level 5 guild. There's even a guild shop level, which I don't think actually changes the guild shop at all at the current moment. I could see them adding a few things that are locked behind a guild level with this new update and adding an expansion to the guild shop. So make sure you are saving your currency as well. Who knows what they're going to do with the guild shop. And then the real thing I want to talk about in regards to preparation for Guild vs. Environment is building out, or rather saving up resources for units. Now, obviously, many of you who have been playing the game for a while, like myself, you're on stage 14 dungeons, you're farming stage 14 dungeons day in, day out. That's pretty much your life within this game at this point. And that is absolutely true. You should be doing that as much as you possibly can. You've probably already finished Void Tower. So what I recommend you all do is go ahead and start stocking up on potions, whether that's legendary or epic. Where's the epic ones? There we go. I accidentally clicked on the wrong shot. But make sure you're stocking up on epic and legendary potions. Make sure you're stocking up on all resources that you need to upgrade a character. Myself, on my main account, I've been upgrading all sorts of random characters because of people's requests. But I recommend that for those of you out there who happen to have stuck to, I don't know, the top 10, 15 characters in the game, because you can really complete all the content in the game if you've built out like a Nathalia, a Yolanda, a Blackhorn, a Santis, a Hakron, those types of characters. You could pretty much finish everything in the game. So if you've done that, now is the time to start to expand your champion pool, especially with saving up glyphs, perhaps. If you are going ahead and not working on any champions, you're just farming gear, start to stockpile a few glyphs, some XP, the potions, the ability crystals, those types of things. If obviously you want to hit the ground running on May 18th and you happen to be like, okay, well, actually, I don't know, what character do I have that's not leveled up right now? Let's just say, I don't know, Goobag. You need someone above a certain amount of speed in order for you to win a certain battle. And Goobag is the perfect opportunity to come in and shine because he's got the high base speed as well as him scaling off of speed. So I have no idea what's going to come. However, what I do know is that if you want to participate and do the maximum for your guild at the day one, getting ready to have a nice, well-rounded roster as well as having a lot of gear available are the two most important things. And again, this is extremely late game type status here. Obviously, at this point, the resources that I spend are significantly less important than the earlier game because I've built all the characters out, I've finished the dungeons, I've finished Void Tower Hard. I don't have any content that I need to complete. Therefore, I can really just start pouring my resources into things that I kind of want to do for fun because I don't need any progression to go ahead and complete. So really just building out units. You never know when a unit's going to be good for a certain new game mode. Just take this new game mode that's coming out, or that came out the other day, the Dawn Guard event. what characters were I using in this? Oh, I'm exhausted my challenge. I can just check the leaderboard here, but I was using Abaddon, Yolanda, EFD, and Virgil. Virgil and Yolanda I use quite often, but Abaddon and EFD I never ever use. Then I was using Urzag, Asrina, Edicris, and William. Now, William's someone I actually don't use that often. Asrina, I have never used. I used it for one video early on in the Ace career, and I realized that Topal 12 is much harder to go for than Queen 12, at least at that time, before the nerfs and everything. So I had an Asrina sitting there for the longest time. Edicris is someone who's kind of very, very niche at this point. He's nichely good for arena or for buff dispelling. So like these types of characters are sort of luxury options and characters that you might find very, very useful. You may have a boss fight here similar to the Dawn Guard, or maybe the Dawn Guard is in the Guild versus environment, and you may need several characters that apply debuffs as well as dispel or things like that. You never know when you're going to need someone, and definitely having a well-rounded roster with a lot of characters available will help you participate in all the Guild versus environment events and things like that. So definitely start saving up your resources. I would not recommend you build out any character unless they already have a purpose in this game. Like, I'm not going to sit here and build out, I don't know, a Hugh, or I'm not going to build out a Kane, or I'm not going to build out an Erendil, or a Gajar, or anything like that, because I don't have any purpose for them currently. It's just as good to save onto your resources and hold on to them as spending them currently. It doesn't really matter when you spend them, as long as you have them available for when the content actually arrives. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give you an update on the Guild vs. Environment launch date that's officially unlaunched. And also some advice on what I would do in preparation for Guild versus Environment. If it gets closer, I may consider making a Guild with this main account here so that we have more opportunity for some of the people in the Discord. Let me know what you all think about that in the comments down below, and I'll see you for the next one.